We were discussing a concept that's actually in economics that's called free ridership. So in this concept, we talk about that there are people who contribute to society, and there's people who take from society, and then there's always the mix of taking and giving, and this happens depending on whether or not people have the capacity, the time, and those sorts of things. But as we look at this from the Islamic perspective, we see the concept, and many of you have heard this at work, the 80-20 rule. So 20% of the people do 80% of the work. And so one of the things that we really want to instill in our community is not just that 20% of the people do the work and 80% of the people take from that work, but we want to make sure that everyone contributes. And we know that people can contribute in different ways and at different levels. It's not expected that everyone gives $100,000 to the masjid every year, because some people don't have it. We don't expect that some people give 30 hours a week at the masjid, because some people don't have that time. But whatever it is that we can do, whether it's big or small, we should at least be trying to contribute towards that way. So I was going to give some examples of the negative, and I don't want anyone to really dwell on the negative. It's just examples, and you can all think of different examples that you've seen throughout your life, whether it's in the masjid or whether it's not. But just sometimes it just takes someone to point something out for us to think about and reflect to ourselves. Are we doing as much as we can? Are we even doing what we should be doing? And so we were talking about some of the iftars that we were having, the potluck iftars at the masjid during Ramadan. And we saw that there were some people who wouldn't even bring enough food to cover what their family was, but maybe they were the first in the line and they were taking huge plates and giving it to their kids, and then they throw it away, or they drink this much water and they don't even throw it away, they just leave it there for someone else to clean up. And these are egregious examples, and it's very few people who do this. But we can all think of things within our lives where maybe we haven't contributed. And so as we think about our community, and I just want to keep this about our community, you can take it to other aspects of your life, ask yourself, am I doing what I should be doing? Am I a taker or am I a giver? Am I like the people of the Ansar, and we had this in the khutbah just last week, who when the Muhajir came, they gave half of everything, and that's the extreme and the best example. Are we trying to be like those people, or are we just trying to take? Are we giving what we can, wherever we can, and again, everyone gives at different levels, or are we a net taker? And so that's all I want us to just think about, and that's all I wanted to talk about. I do want to thank everyone who organized this event. MashaAllah, it takes a lot of planning to figure out how many people are coming. Everyone always wants to wait until the last minute to say yes. Let's figure out the food. Let's carry all of this stuff to the site. Let's set up things for the brothers. Let's make sure they have extra tents. Let's make things as easy as possible to bring the brothers together, right? So I really thank everyone who organized and did extra work for this, because this has been a wonderful weekend. Every year I come here, I think this is my 4th year here. It just keeps getting better and better. I love having all the different brothers coming around and discussing ideas. Sometimes we joke about second wives, but we always have something good that we come out of this group with, and something positive always grows out of this. So the last two things that I'll say is, before everyone starts to leave or think about it, let's try to clean up as much as we can to help, because I think a lot of people are leaving today. So let's try to help the organizers pack up as much as possible, because I've been here myself on the next day, and it's a lot of work to clean up after everyone has already left. So if we can just take a few minutes and do that. Sarim, when do you want to do that?
After dinner, inshallah.
After dinner, inshallah. And then the last thing I want to say, just from myself personally, we have a lot of jocularity, we have a lot of joking here. We should all just keep it in mind that no one is meaning anything bad by it. And personally, if I've said anything that anyone might have taken wrong, please forgive me. Nothing was ever meant in any harm. But inshallah, I love you brothers for the sake of Allah, and Jazakallah khair for coming and sharing, and I appreciate really speaking and getting to know each and every single one of you. Jazakallah khair.